Hello. Can you see and hear us?
Hello, hello, world raisers. We have arrived.
Let's wait and see if they can hear us.
Yeah, how's the audio check?
1, 2, 1, 2.
Can you guys hear us okay? And see us?
Hopefully.
Oh,
Yeah?
yep, we
Audio
got
fine. Yay!
Audio fine. Nice.
Namo Narayan. Hello, everyone, and welcome. And a very, very big thank you to 40,000 subscribers. It is so very special. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so amazing. So we are so pumped. And our Bhagavad Gita reaction series is going very, very good. It's actually better than expected. So many people are, jumping on board and studying with us. So we weren't too sure how those videos were going to go because we're reading for the first time. So it's not like as entertaining as reacting to some wild videos, but
you know what is good, so you stick with us, and that's beautiful.
And the Gita is beyond good. So,
yeah. Let's see who's there.
Yeah, totally.
So my mom, of course, probably is one of the first ones. My mom is Ute.
Yeah, always. Yes.
And I saw Benedetta, a long-term friend. Yes. Aman, of course, our world raiser. And one of my daddies, Klaus, is Fuhur, by the way.
Hey, Klaus.
Then we have Pratam, Ayadana Narayan. Shredder Gaming.
Shredder. Heyo.
UPSC Central. Jai Shri Ram. Who else? Indra. And more coming in. Apesh. Yeah. So, for wrestling moments. Are you new?
Oh, yeah.
Hey!
I don't know if I've seen you before in the comment section.
Thank you for your support. Yeah, by the way, if you see a chakra behind a name, that means they're a channel member.
So we got, a lot of members in there now.
And, another dad is here. My first one, Robert. I have 3. I'm very blessed in this lifetime. Yeah. Okay, so the topic for today is Ask Us Anything. So you can get to know us better, and let's just have some fun throughout the questions, and we answer them.
Yeah, keep us talking because we did not prepare. Oh, we got 2 more members showed up. Alvin and EF.
Yeah, the chip.
Hello. Yes. Yeah, welcome so much. I think this is the most members we've ever had in our live stream. But
and the best start, actually.
It has been a while, though. So
happy morning, divine soul. Happy morning back. So let's start. Resting moments. What do you guys think of Hinduism and its teachings?
Absolutely love the teachings of Hinduism. It's so profound and it's so ancient, right? It is like modern science is just kind of catching up to what was taught in the Vedas and the Upanishads. So, so we've just barely scratched the surface of it, but, all my intellect is, driving me to pursue it, knowing that it's, it's just so profound. It's like you can't make that stuff up. It's like no regular person is teaching that sort of stuff. So it's coming from really divine, holy, enlightened beings, right? And we know that all spiritual wisdom is coming from those, divine beings. So it's just the pinnacle. I love it.
Yeah, I would say they are like the teachings, the teachings. For me personally, I've been on the journey for many years, and it was almost like all these years was like planting the seeds. And then when I came to the Sanatan Dharma teachings, it was like these seeds were ripening into experiences of what I was always imagined is possible. So I am eternally grateful, even for just the experiences I had until now since September. It's changed everything.
Yeah.
I hope that answers the question. So we love it. It's very important. They're like the teachings right now.
We need to, bring them and spread them.
Yeah. Can we do group meditation? Yes, let's do that at the end. Let's sit together for a couple of minutes. But for now, let's just get started. We also just got up like half an hour ago, got out of bed. So yeah, let's rise the energy first a little bit. Hello, Suraj. Tell me both of you doing your daily spiritual sadhana and how many books have you read till now, Roger? Oh, yeah. He's read so many.
Yeah, so daily practice right now, I'm pretty busy at work, so I'm not meditating in the morning right now. I just get up and go. But in the evening, I always try to meditate before bed. So just supine, right? And then just prepare the mind and calm the mind and just, be aware, right? So my main practice is awareness of awareness. So I practice the Dzogchen teachings, but of course I'm always practicing. I'm always keeping, mindfulness and, Krishna in mind, and karma yoga is a big practice of mine where I just surrender my actions. And I know that I'm not ultimately the doer. There's a higher, force, and just in a state of surrender, doing my best, right?
Yeah, daily sadhana as such, like a continuous, I don't have. It's very difficult. It's and I'm learning to let go of that a little bit because it's I don't know. The states I'm experiencing lately, they're all so different and there's so much happening. It's almost like I never know what's going to happen on the next day. So yeah, there is a sadhana, but it doesn't look the same every day. Let's put it that way. I think that makes sense. Yeah. So yes, sometimes I spend more time on the cushion and sometimes less. Sometimes I do this practice on the cushion and sometimes this. It's very not stable, and yet it couldn't be any other way right now. It's literally getting me into very beautiful states.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get home and the first thing I'll be like is like, oh, you're in one of those states again, which is really good. Like I rejoice because she's just so, loving and caring and peaceful and calm and
not always like that.
So lovely. And as far as the books that I've read, I haven't kept count, but there was one time where we kind of figured it out, and I think I was getting close to the hundreds back then. So I've read a lot of spiritual book. Like when my journey began, it was pretty single pointed, right? So I kind of dropped everything else. Of course, I performed what I needed to do to survive, but no, spirituality totally took over my life, and still today, it's the primary thing, right? The most important thing is to evolve spiritually. So I'm all about taking in the spiritual content. So a lot of books.
Yeah, that's all we do. How are you? We're doing very well. Yeah, we're having, like, Roger is really tired. He's working a lot. But
pretty tired, but other than that, like I messaged a friend the other day. I got a lot of birthday wishes. Thanks so much for all the birthday wishes. It's just overwhelming. So one of my friends was asking how we were doing, and I was like, honestly, come to think about it, it's like everything seems like exactly how it should be right now. So yeah, I'm working a lot, but that's, by design, because I wasn't working for 2 years. We were just working on the YouTube channel. It was like, okay, time to get back to work. And then, so a lot of hours, which is what we need right now. So, yeah.
So yeah, it's good. We're having a very good time.
Yeah, we love our new home. We love our new setup, right? This is exactly what we envisioned, to have the Dharma behind us. So
are you going to visit India? Yes, we will be back one day. When exactly, we don't know yet. Maybe next year.
Hopefully.
We keep it in mind and then see what happens. What did you have for breakfast? Nothing yet. It is 8 o'clock in the morning here. We got up half an hour ago.
We're having tea.
We're having fresh lemon ginger tea I made. How to join as a member? How to join as a member? That sounds good.
My favorite question so far.
Roger.
I love our members.
Yeah, well,
hit the join button.
Hit the join button. There should be a join button under each video.
Yeah, somewhere. And sometimes it's difficult because with the iPhone, we've noticed that it's harder to join, but with an Android phone, it's easier. That join button's there, but if you have an iPhone, it might be easier on the laptop.
Computer. Go check it out. It's a nice member section.
Yeah, and then you get the chakras and you get emojis.
Yeah. Who initiated you to the spiritual path? Oh, that's an interesting question. What does that mean?
Well, maybe some people have a guru that initiates you, or you seek a guru and then you're initiated,
Yeah.
which is very cool. We have been initiated in some practices when we really dived into Buddhism, but I
Yeah.
think my initiation, like we'll just call it the beginning of the path. And for me,
Yeah.
it was just a total surrender. I kind of hit a rock bottom period in my life, and I declared, right? I kind of abandoned my whole life. I left everything, but I declared that if there was a truth knowable by human beings, then I intended to know it, right? And I surrendered onto that intention, and it's guided me ever since, right?
Was it before or after you read David Hawkins' books?
That was before.
Oh, so that was before, and then you came across David Hawkins.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay,
that was
okay.
it was like a year after that, where it was just a big struggle. It was like taking in information. It was like a brand new baby. I surrendered all of my beliefs, all of my opinions, my ego, essentially. Because I said, I don't know anything about anything, right? I surrendered it all, and then I, held in mind these teachings, and then the teachings started pouring in, and then I started getting, insights and realizations, and then it was like, whoa. And there was a period of time where I couldn't even talk for a while, right? So it was pretty wild. But looking back, it was all, meant to be.
Yeah. So Roger's first teacher was David Hawkins.
Yeah, my first main teacher, I would say.
Yeah. Who initiated me? That's a very good question. I would almost say it was the whole Buddhist environment, like where I ended up in this Buddhist center in Australia, Chenrezig Institute. So it was the whole spiritual community. So then ultimately Buddha initiated me on the spiritual path. That's how I got attracted to the spiritual path. Okay. Why you cry on small things? Why are you so emotional? Be crumpsing. I get that question so much, and now I was laughing, and then people say, why are you laughing now? Why are you giggling so much? It's not appropriate. What emotions are not good. Stop. Look deep within. Stop these emotions. Like, you know what, guys? I don't control this. I literally don't control this. I've always been very expressive. Like I'm almost like an open book. People can read in my faces how I am doing very easily. And it never occurred to me to change that or to observe it, or it's maybe it's sometimes people say you're like a child, like you have this kind of innocence in you, and maybe that's like the child, like the child how they cry and laugh in one moment and then the next, and it's like this, it's just pouring out, and I get emotional so often when I just see beautiful things. The Dharma just makes my heart so open. It just opens up, and then I'm just really, really moved by these deep teachings, and also just like basic teachings, because it's just the truth, and there is a recognition, I guess, happening, and then I'm just like in love, and get emotional. Maybe that answers the question.
We missed the question right above that one.
We'll not be able to.
I can answer that. What you guys will do if Krishna appears in front of you? I would bow down and surrender and kiss his lotus feet.
Yeah.
Be like.
I would probably cry.
Surrender.
I would probably The first, I would, it's a very good guess. The same. I was just like, woof, I would be on the floor, crying. Crying and just being forever grateful, and just feel so blessed. And,
like, what is happening?
Yes. So, who initiated? Oh yeah. Roger looks like Jesus. Shikar. I mean, the way Jesus is shown on TV. Oh, really?
Thank you.
That is
the Son of God.
The
Son of Krishna.
Yes, please.
I'll take that. Thank you.
Where are we? Yeah, Sadhguru, we definitely watch more of his. That was
Oh yeah, he was great.
One of the
Yeah.
greatest traits of my life, to be honest, those teachings. Yeah. Kripa Luigi.
Somebody's excited every day we release videos. Thank you.
I didn't see that.
Hmm.
EF. How to get started on the path. There's so much info and so many ways to go. Yep, indeed.
So that one I would just say trust and faith and intention. Intention is so incredibly powerful that you do need to set it, right? So set an intention to, to seek the truth, to know the truth, and begin intellectual understanding, right? Because with that can blossom into bhakti or the other passes or even meditation. So just by understanding a little bit about, who we actually are, right? Being, conscious beings. Then you can attract the teachings that are right for you, right? So, and then surrender. It's like, we don't know what our path is designed to look like.
Yes.
It's going to unfold the way it's intended.
Yes.
So this is also law of attraction. So I use law of attraction huge in my journey. It's like, surrendering onto the highest truth and then accepting that what comes, will be of benefit for me. And then I take it in, and then the stuff that doesn't resonate too well, I leave it or set it aside, but then something else will come along, and then you dive into that, and then just you go with the flow, and then you'll develop. And then if a guru or a teacher comes, then we can embrace that as well, but never holding on to things too rigidly, right? Because even your gurus will change over time, because they're providing different teachings to different people at different times. And even their teachings, being a guru, is also their path. And maybe their path is to just be teaching a certain thing. So it's not the end all, right? So we evolve as we go, but we never abandon our teachers, right?
Yeah.
So that's why I really love the teachings of Buddhism that taught me that lineage, right? So when you're surrendering onto a guru, it doesn't have to be forever, because the main guru, is the divine, right? And all true spiritual teachers, they will point, to that ultimate reality, right?
Yeah.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
What it's a very interesting question, and lately I just had an insight on that, because I was very stuck to one path, and I thought this is the only way.
Oh yeah.
Like, there are many people out there thinking, their path is the only way. Which might be for them personally. But what I would say, just relax, and really literally what comes across your path, just look into that. And then if you have if your heart becomes like really joyful, if you really resonate with something, if it makes you happy, then literally go with that. If it brings you joy and makes your life lighter, the teachings, then go with that. And understand that, like Roger said, teachers and teachings change over time. You might get a lot of benefit from one teacher and teaching at that very time, but that doesn't mean that you will always be with those teachings and teachers. I had to learn that. It was a painful experience, because I didn't know, because I was so stuck on this is the only way. But it isn't. And once you open up to the possibility that you don't know where your path leads, like you don't know, like maybe liberation in this very lifetime, or devotion to God, you want to love God, like single-pointedly, you want to merge with God, set that intention, and then see what comes your way, and be really like flexible and go with the flow, because you don't know what you need. Really, that makes sense. Okay, I think we have some super chats. Let's have a look. Oh, of course, my mommy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here too.
Remember, for 12 months. Yeah. It shows that. No, so
1 year.
So she's got the heart chakra.
Probably the first one. Yeah. And then Matthias the super.
Matthias.
Yeah. Let's speed to enlightenment.
I think that's a pair. Super pair.
A super pair. Off to liberation, everyone. We're gonna miss a lot of questions here, so we're just gonna go
there's a
here.
ton.
Alvin, how did you end up in Buddhist circles in the first place? Randomly, I was traveling I did work and travel in Australia, and I read in a book that you can volunteer in a Buddhist center for food and accommodation, and I had very little money at that time, so that's how I ended up there. I didn't know anything about Buddhism. I thought, oh, that's going to be fun, and then it was like homecoming. Like the first teachings, it was like, oh my God, I found my meaning in life. Yeah.
And for me, so that's actually where me and Sabina met, was in a Buddhist monastery.
Much later, though, yeah.
Much later in Nepal. So when I started diving into Buddhism was actually after Hinduism. So I didn't go deep into Hinduism like I am now, but I did study it enough. And I think I read the Upanishads and the Gita, prior to going to Buddhism. But I was like, I wanted to learn it as well. So then I said, okay, when the time comes for Buddhism, I'm going to actually travel. And then I went to Nepal and did the Lam Rim, the November course, and then ended up in a 3-month retreat right after with Sabina. And that's how we met.
Yeah. Someone said, why are we bald? Why you are bald? You should be vegetarian. Non-veg causes disease, which can make a human being bald. Yeah, we are veggies, actually, but no, we're bald by choice. Roger is bald.
I'm going bald anyways, so I shaved my head.
He's one of those guys. And I shaved my head just after my first Buddhist center in Australia. Because, at that time it was a sign of renunciation. Now I really enjoy it. I like it. I think I look cute.
She wants to keep it simple.
Yeah, I like it. Simple. I really like it. Can you share, Nikki? Can you share for both of you on which chakra do you work most and why?
Okay, well, that's a good question, because honestly, on my path and journey, and my teacher was really teaching not to really worry about the chakras. So the chakras are going to take care of themselves as you evolve spiritually. So I have done some meditations, like if I was going to be like, I knew I had a speech coming up, right? Then I would meditate while I was focusing on the throat chakra. I don't really know if it was doing anything or not, right? But I would place the attention there. So the chakras honestly haven't been too big of, my journey of working on them specifically, but.
Yeah, mine neither. I never came across them on my path. I don't know, the Buddhist teachings that I received were not talking about that.
Yeah, there is some other Buddhist practice that we didn't dive into fully, right? So where they're doing like the deity practice and even the tumo, where you're focusing down there. So I did it a little bit, but not extensively.
I just noticed, and last night it was very strong again, and but just below my belly, but like I don't know where exactly the chakras are and anything, but below my belly, there is this. Sometimes it feels like butterflies. Sometimes it feels like volcano eruptions, and sometimes it's just a really warm feeling. Sometimes it's so intense I start crying because it's not painful, but it's such a different energy in my body that it's like, whoa, what is going on? So I was wondering if that has to do anything with the chakra, but I don't know. Maybe.
Could be.
We are amazing. Thank you. Star seeds, we don't know anything about. No.
Yeah, so the star seeds and that sort of stuff, we have come across them, of course, but so the New Age teachings, and for us, we just haven't been really drawn to the New Age teachings so much as, the old teachings, right? So Hinduism, Buddhism, right? And so we're really seeking out the teachings of the most enlightened beings, right? Not to say that there's not enlightened beings in the New Age circles, but for us personally, like there's just so much to learn in Hinduism right now. So
but maybe it will cross our path.
Maybe someday. Totally.
Yeah, that's the chakra. Yeah. Okay, someone wants to talk to us face to face. Well, I actually want to do a Zoom meeting with our members in June. Roger, I don't know if he has time. It depends on if he has time or not. But I want to talk. But I'm not going to make that a perk, so it's really flexible. Yeah, so
it'll be, she'll maybe offer it to our members section, and then any members who want to do Zoom and face-to-face, that'd be excellent. And I would do my best to be there for that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, because we would love to get to know you, have a connection. It's like, who is there with us? Yeah, very beautiful. Mm.
Okay, and this is somebody
Signing
touched
off.
on that, right? So not be focused on a particular chakra at the beginning, it might be harmful, right? So yeah, true. So very in line with the teachings that I received, that don't worry about the chakras.
Oh, so it has nothing to do with the chakra. Yeah, as I said, I don't know. It's just a beautiful feeling. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, and then touching on, there's many other Gitas, right? So that's cool. I wanted to like research the other ones. I haven't had time to look into the other ones yet.
What is is there a chance of seeing a Raise the World Project Now baby reactor? What does that mean?
Are we having a baby?
Oh! Oh God! Oh, that is so funny. Imagine having a little thing there watching.
Yeah, screaming in the background.
Oh God! No.
No, not for us. Not in this lifetime. Because we're babies. We recognize that we are spiritual babies, so we're not going to bring another baby into the world.
No. Enough babies here in this house. Oh, that's funny. We traveled to India. I traveled twice in 2012 and 2017.
And me in 2017, we went together. Yeah, for a month and a half. Yeah, we spent a month in Bodh Gaya, Varanasi. We jumped in the Ganges. So yeah, Sarnath. So we're very much practicing Buddhism at that time. So we were mostly on the Buddhist circuit, but loved it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. Yeah. The first day was easier for me. The second day, it was a little rough, but the first day was I was in Hampi, and I was in Hubli. Hampi, Hubli, the Tibetan settlement, and Goa on the beach a little bit, just by myself. Alvin said, I'm more interested in the one who sees. Well, maybe he's referring to the awareness of awareness thing.
Where's that?
Self-inquiry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the one who sees. So however you conceptualize that, so that's like, the omniscient mind, right? The Shiva, that which is not, but of course there's consciousness, right? So, yeah. Me too. Love that.
Yeah.
Anjali, that.
Oh, Anjali.
Krishna reaction.
Raman Saga,
Eventually. We would love to do that someday. We were even actually thinking of doing it, live as a live reaction, but
we don't know yet.
We don't know. So
at the moment, we are doing the Gita, and then we will see. Whatever other reactions, if they're spiritual, we'll get to them eventually. But at the moment,
the Gita is our focus for about a month, probably.
Probably longer. Have you ever watched Vishwarupam, Scene of Sri Krishna? I don't know what that is.
No, we have not.
No, we don't know. Aw, Matthias, thanks for being with you. Thanks for being with you.
Thanks for being you.
Oh, sorry. I don't know where that whip came from. Thanks for being you,
Thanks for being you.
Matthias is my best friend, by the way.
Yeah, thanks for being you, Matthias.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody, thanks for being who you are.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, we need to accept who we are now. So that's a big problem, too, amongst spiritual people, is you almost feel like guilty and regretful and shameful. Like I did for a long time. I was like, I did such horrible things, back when I was more ignorant than I am now. Even just a kid growing up, you do all sorts of bad and stupid, mean things, right?
Yep.
So then, but it's not really you doing those things, right? So the ego, we need to understand it's an expression of, potentiality, of influences, right? It's kind of like a program. It's like an autonomous sort of thing that's doing its thing. It's like operating based on the level of consciousness, karma, habitual tendencies. And we can kind of, surrender that and be like, and let go of, that was me. And then you just kind of accept, okay, well, where I am now is what's manifested, and that's okay. So all of us, we can accept our ego for what it is. And then that's actually more beneficial to purify it than hating it, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so we got to love ourselves.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And in the end, it all is it's still everything. Oh my God, I lost my English. It's one of those moments where I want to say something, and it's like it is in my
I think what you're
mind,
saying, like the divine play,
but
like
it's not coming out.
everything is the manifestation of one source, including
Yeah.
these bodies, including the ego, right? Including the mind. So,
Oh dear. So Alvin is being Alvin again. Zoom may be fun, but it won't take us any closer to the truth.
sounds like Alvin maybe doesn't want to talk to us in person.
No, it's we get that a lot. It's like this is gonna help you on the path, but this is not gonna help. Like this is good and this is bad. And how do we know that? Like how do we know that, you know, if we come together in Zoom, have fun, share our insights and where we are at on the journey, maybe that will actually, you know, help someone on the path. Like that person is like somebody shares something, the other person listens and then maybe actually has an insight, or in the future when that person experiences what that person experienced, you know, they might actually recognize like, oh, it's because of this and that. So we actually don't know if it's not bringing us closer to the truth, literally.
Yeah, and Buddhism really stresses the teachings of you know, spiritual friends, right? So you have the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, right? So having a spiritual community, and that's part of why I think Raise the World Project now kind of manifested through us, was that, you know, we have a few, you know, close spiritual friends, but, you know, not many. And then for me, and then even my spiritual friends and family, it's like, it's not enough for me to like express, you know, where I'm at, but at the same time, you don't want to force anybody. So then this way, the channel gave us a reason to, so now I can talk about spirituality openly, right? To my heart's content. And there's people that are receptive. And then even with Zoom, then we're creating more of a connection, and you have the spiritual friends, and then we can encourage each other to grow together, which is very necessary, right? So
I am in a spiritual community. We meet today, actually, after the stream, Sundays, and it's super important. It's like, since I'm in that group, my journey is just like
yeah, that's great.
Cruising. Peer group, the importance of peer groups, like Tony Robbins also emphasized.
Yeah, and she's getting more confident in front of the camera, if you guys have noticed. So excellent. Let's give a round of applause for Sabina. I think she's just doing so good. She's blowing my mind. She's basically took over the whole channel now that I'm back at work. So I just, what manifested was amazing. So
very blessed.
So proud of you, dear one.
Aww, proud of you too. And of all of you too.
Yeah.
Okay, who's ready? Buddhism teaches teachings from Hinduism and nothing else. You guys can Google it. This is the way. No, fun fact.
Yeah, so that's a big debate, right? So the Buddhists who are thinking that Buddhism is the only way, they've kind of cut themselves off. And I don't want to be negative towards, you know, Buddhists, but whatever belief system or philosophy, if you adopt that rigidly, like even within Hinduism, there's the different schools. And then from a higher point of view, some people will say all schools are valid, but somebody in one of those schools and totally enmeshed in it is going to think that it's the only way, and he's going to judge the other schools. Same with religions. Whatever religion you're practicing, if you're really devoted, and that's great, you can advance, but you're limiting yourself if you think that yours is the only way, right? So that's anywhere. So Buddhism is a limitation, right? There's a lot of Buddhists, but there's not many Buddhas, right? Just like there's a lot of Hindus, but there's not many, you know, Krishnas, right? Who's really attaining the highest and really going for it, right? So there's many paths, but who's practicing that path to the point of fruition, but unlimited in the way of not judging anything else because we're so limited, right? But keeping that in mind, yes, having studied Buddhism for quite some time, and I knew very, very early on, it was just logical to me. Of course, the Buddha was a Hindu, right? It says that. It's true. So, of course, he would have he was a
received.
prince. He would have received all sorts of teachings. He probably would have read or been lectured on the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, and all of that would have been part of his journey.
Yeah.
And I don't think he ever denied that it was.
And if we there's so many texts, we don't know what to believe, and yeah, it's not really.
So the teachings are what's important,
Yeah.
not the history of what happened, when, and where, right?
Yeah.
So is it being enlightened, and is he teaching the truth? And then through discernment, we can discern yes or no, and then choose to follow the teachings, not the politics of the
Let's
teacher.
do that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food? What's my favorite food? Oh, help me. What's my favorite food?
Tofu.
Yeah.
It's always a treat when we have tofu in the house, and it lasts maybe 2 days.
Oh,
it's
that's
gone.
not true. Yeah. Oh God, I don't even know. I love mango. Mango comes to my head right now. It's really hard with this favorite because every day is just different. I don't know. Sometimes I crave this, sometimes that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think you have you don't.
I don't
really,
know. I don't really have.
She doesn't
that.
really have one now that you asked the question. But for me, so it's not like me. Everybody knows. Well, who knows me? It's lasagna.
Lasagna, blueberries, and raspberries.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Sabina makes the most amazing vegan lasagna for me on special days, except on my birthday.
Yeah, I had no time. I prepared everything, but I was so busy editing the Gita because the Gita videos, I thought they're very easy to make, but they were not. Of course, I have been blessed with obstacles and tests of faith. But anyways, I'm getting there. So on his birthday, I couldn't make it because I had no time. I had to edit the video so you could watch it. You were more important.
Yeah.
But he was okay with that.
The Ashtavakra Gita. Oh, I'm saying that right. I'm noting that totally. I'm going to write it down.
What?
Just the Gita, the other Gita, the Ashtavakra Gita.
Got it?
Yeah.
Aman, I want to know your views about famous Dr. Zakir.
Oh, controversial question.
Shall we just be silent for 30 seconds and that answers the question?
Yes.
10 seconds.
Let's place our hearts and our minds and send love and light to the good doctor. May he be blessed with wisdom.
That is our answer. Okay. Are you vegan? No, we can't say that. I can't say that anymore. Vegetarian.
We eat mostly vegan, but we don't limit ourselves to. We don't want to be identified by any sorts of labels.
I cook and bake vegan here at home. Only, literally. Yeah. We already answered the bold question, so watch it earlier. Do you have any spiritual master, Krishna devotee? Kanuba.
So yes, so my spiritual master is Krishna.
Yeah.
Right. So yes, and that's fine. If people think that you need an actual spiritual master, like a guru, and be devoted to them, and then they're devoted, to God, and then you reach God through the spiritual master. But we all have the potentiality to become spiritual masters ourselves, and we all have access to God, right? So for me, I love spiritual masters and teachings and teachers, and of course, we're watching them on our YouTube channel all the time, and they're absolutely great, and I love them, and I want to support them, right? And I take in the teachings because I know, of course, there's way more spiritually advanced beings than I am, but for me, I always hold, Krishna in mind. Yeah,
I don't. Spiritual master. I don't even know how to answer this.
Well, a teacher, maybe. Just a teacher?
Oh, just a teacher. Yeah.
So the teachers, like we said before, our teachers evolve over time.
Yeah, they change all the time. Like the ones that were more present in the past for me are still in my heart. But yeah, I moved on, and yeah, I am under the guidance of a spiritual teacher right now. And since then, that is where my journey just zip, skyrocketed. And his teachings actually come from him. What is it? Hinduism.
Well, I just want to touch on this. Well, I didn't mean to cut you off. Finish, and then I want to comment.
So. Yeah. So yeah, I receive teachings, Hindu teachings from a teacher.
So I want to show this. So B, hey B. So B is one of my favorite commentators. Absolutely love your comments all the time. They're so good. But I just want to answer to Devashish Sonawal. Actually, a guru is essential. And that's great if you have that opinion. And I hope that your guru is helping you to become enlightened as quickly as possible. But I have to disagree on this point because we all have an inner guru, right? And that inner guru is, the essence of all gurus. So at the beginning, yes, have a guru, have some teachings. And even if you're reading a book of a guru, that could be enough to spark the inner guru within, and then you can begin your journey. So I've had many gurus in that sense, but am I devoted to one? No, my heart rests with God, right? I'm devoted to God, right? And the guru that you're devoted to, that guru is going to be devoted to God, hopefully, right? So you can devote yourself to the guru who's like a gatekeeper to God, or you could just devote yourself directly to God and then allow, many gurus and the wisdom to come in through that way, right? So, yeah. So anyways, we all have our own journey, our own path, but to say that a guru is essential is the same as saying your way is the only way. And that's just not true.
Yeah.
Right. So then B said, best spiritual master to have. When I said that, Krishna is my spiritual master. The Bhagavad Gita is like so profound. And everybody thinks that Krishna and Jesus and Buddha and these enlightened masters, they're gone and they don't exist anymore. But no, they're all still within the infinite field of consciousness, right? Like to think that Jesus and Buddha and Krishna don't exist, beyond this realm once they leave this earth is just not true. It's like they exist more than we do.
They are that. Yeah, and I had a train of thought. Let's see if I can pick up on that. What was the question? Oh yeah, the only to have a guru. Yeah. So the thing is, if you think that, and then if you don't have one, you really feel bad. Like that would happen to me on the journey. Like I was drawn to some, but I never had like one-on-one. I never like received like direct instructions. So I did feel a bit lost and did not go straight to Buddha every time. I don't know. There's so many different teachings. I also got really, really confused over the years. So if it ripens for you, then yeah, go for it, right? But if it doesn't, and you just seek someone for the sake of having someone, then that might not be like the best either. But then again, it's like it doesn't matter because either way, like your journey will bring you to if you have faith, then you will be led, and you know who to go next to and what happens, and they will come to you literally. So being under a guidance of a teacher now. Yeah, I can see the benefits, like no doubt. Like, wow, I was always hoping for that, and now I am, and it's it makes a huge difference. But before that didn't happen for 10 years. So was that bad, or should I? No, because the time wasn't ripe yet. If that makes sense,
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So just to be clear, there's nothing wrong, and I want everybody. If you're drawn to a guru and a teacher, and you find a realized being, or even somebody just more advanced than you that can help you on your journey, that is wonderful, and that is absolutely great. What I have a problem with is forcing your opinion on others and thinking that yours is the only way, right? Which no, we got to let go of that. We don't know anybody's path and journey. There's some people who aren't spiritual at all in this lifetime, And yet, boom, sudden realizations due to past lifetimes and
Yeah.
past karmas, right? So
Yeah.
we can't judge anything. We
No.
don't know nothing.
Let's stop judging.
Yeah.
Okay, let's some fun.
Hmm.
We are in Alberta, Canada. Benedetta, what kind of music are you enjoying these days?
Moonshine.
Yeah, that too. Always my
No.
sister's band.
Oh, it still cheers me up. I have Escape-A-Lace it's my only CD in my car, and I'll listen to it every now and then if I'm like having a rough day at work or just to
Oh,
get,
really?
oh yeah,
that's so
to get pumped
cute.
up in the morning.
Aw.
So
Oh, I didn't know.
oh yeah, so my favorite song on the way to work, of course, is The Hunt. We will rise, rise, rise.
He made a spiritual interpretation.
I
of
interpreted
that.
a very, very spiritual meaning out of that song, and I just love it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
My playlist running at the moment is our mantra playlist on the channel.
Hmm.
And yesterday I was listening to Adiyogi and the LA song.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not much. But when I work out, I listen to workout music, the Tony Robbins playlist. You know, like I don't know, trance, dance music, something like that. Yeah. Last night we watched the Eurovision Song Contest with lots and lots and lots of songs.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know if you watched it. We definitely know of 2 people watching it. Benedetta probably watched it because she is from Italy.
Italy was hosted in Italy too this year.
Indeed, yeah. It was not as fun as usual. It was lots of quiet songs, but it was still it was good.
Ukraine won, so very well deserved.
We loved the song,
So
and the
good.
song was about mothers.
Yeah, and they had a flute in there. It reminded me of Krishna, right? The flute. Oh,
Nice.
I love the flute.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. Oh,
Yes.
that's so cute.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw something with movies. Your favorite movies.
Yeah, 3 favorite movies. Just up a bit.
Okay, yeah.
Doesn't matter.
So
Ooh, I haven't thought about that in a while, but
I actually thought about this morning. I wondered if somebody would ask me.
Yeah, so I consider the Lord of the Rings
Oh,
to
really?
be one spiritual movie, so all 3 together, right? So
Spiritual.
oh yeah, Lord of the Rings is a very deep spiritual movie. Yeah. It's all about evil, right? It's all about Dharma and doing what's necessary to conquer the forces of darkness, right?
Okay.
So of course that would be up there. And then
so Harry Potter is spiritual too then.
Totally. And then probably Oblivion, and I really love The Last Samurai, right?
Oh.
So yeah, all of them are about, you know, overcoming such profound obstacles, right? And it's really, you know, good versus evil in the sense of people need to do their duty and step up, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Very nice. Top 3 movies. Yeah. So there is Marvel, of course. Within Marvel, it is Ragnarok, Infinity War, and now the multiverse.
Doctor Strange.
It was phenomenal.
It was wild.
Yeah. But other than that,
well, Harry Potter, you gotta say that.
Yeah, I know, but it's more like the books too, right? Like there are the books and the movies. So yeah, Harry Potter, of course. Yeah, and then spiritual.
Oh yeah, The Fountain.
Yeah, The Fountain. Peaceful Warrior.
Peaceful Warrior, yeah, that was really good.
And there are more, but they don't come to my mind right now. Yeah. So these are some of the movies. Yeah, and then The Intern. The Intern with what's his name, Robert De Niro. It's a movie that I can always watch, and it's a feel-good movie, and it will never get boring because it is one of the cutest movies ever, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
How did we come to know about Hinduism? I do want to touch on that because I think it's important for me to just express kind of, you know, for people who don't know about, you know, David Hawkins and his consciousness calibration research, right? So I'm not going to go into saying that this is, you know, the most true and this is really what it is. But basically, David Hawkins was teaching through his research where he found a way to research the truth of things, right? He discovered that Hinduism is, you know, teachings. The Veda, well, didn't discover, but just pointed to it. He pointed me in that direction by saying that Hinduism is like the highest teachings, right? The Vedas and the Upanishads and the Gita, right? And then that's why I was like, okay, well, I may set the intention for the highest teachings, so I'm going there, right? So that's the benefit of a guru right there, a teacher pointing me to truth, even higher truth, right? So, yeah.
I started dancing because someone just mentioned Bal Ganesh too, and I just that song popped in my head. So sweet. Oh, we get a banana. Matthias, you're so busy today. Thank you.
Oh yeah, that's from the Eurovision Song Contest.
Did you watch it? No.
There was a song about a banana.
I know, but Matthias, I didn't think that he would watch it. Anyways, I saw something else I wanted to touch on. Now it's gone. When we come into Vrindavan, we don't know. But when we are in India, we'll definitely go to Vrindavan.
That's on the list. Like number one on the list.
Yeah. We already talked about if we follow Hinduism or not and how we love the teachings. So it's earlier in the video.
And then, Marvel is going to introduce an Indian
superhero. The Indian, that's what I wanted to touch on.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
That's going to be great.
Yeah, we watched literally every show. Moon Knight was the most beautiful in my opinion.
Moon Knight was epic. Yeah.
We loved all, but Moon Knight was just on another level. It was, and I loved how they, because it was not just entertainment. It was, they covered a trauma. Like they did in WandaVision too, beautifully. But this was it was on another level. It was so beautiful. And the actor, he's actually my favorite actor now. It's like Steven.
He was pretty good.
Steven.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Yeah, so playing, two different characters. So same person.
No spoilers.
What are you doing? So anyways, he's got a split personality, and then each character, so it's the exact same person, but you can tell which personality, right? So it shows how different personalities can be. Yeah.
So Bal Ganesh, we don't know yet. Definitely we watch it, but we have no set time yet.
Yeah, we got so much to watch coming up.
Yeah, I also want to touch on the Indian superhero in the Eternals. There was do you remember his name?
No.
But
he was our favorite.
He was from India, and one of the Eternals from India, and he was so funny. And then
so good.
He had a cameraman from India too, and that was the best. That was the best part of Eternals. That was hilarious. Yeah. So it was. I love Indians. Save soil. Yes, save soil. World races. Yes. Thank you, Kaduba, for reminding us.
Do I really consider The Lord of the Rings as a spiritual movie? Absolutely, right? It's good versus evil, right? And showing courage, right? And bravery, right? We need to rise up and combat the forces of darkness and evil, and that's goodness, right? So it's very, very spiritual, right? I actually read a book after it. It's called Finding God in the Lord of the Rings.
What?
I had that book for when I left for retreats and stuff. I gave away everything, like all my books. But no, I had it. Yeah, it's Finding God in the Lord of the Rings, and it showed all of the spiritual points within it.
Beautiful. Yeah. Oh, that's very nice.
So it's very spiritual.
Nice. Okay, so then, what is your profession? I didn't study it or anything. I just did a 5-day course, but I was a care worker for a few years, like on and off between travels. I saved that money as a care worker for people with spinal injuries.
Nice. And I am a steel fabricator. So I'm a journeyman welder, pipe fitter, and steel fabricator. So I build things out of metal. Right now we're building pressure vessels. So, So, and I'm the foreman of a structural crew right now. So very busy.
Someone asked us about Islam.
What are your thoughts on Islam?
Suraj.
You purposely avoiding it? No, we're not avoiding anything. We're just focusing on Hinduism right now. So the thing with the other religions is, people seem, when you're in those religions, I touched on this earlier, but you think that your way is the only way. But the reality of it is that the religion is stemming from enlightened beings. So even the Prophet Muhammad, I do think that he was enlightened, to a certain level. I'm not going to compare him to Jesus, Buddha, and Krishna, but he was enlightened enough to surrender unto God, and the Quran came from that. The problem is there's also mistranslations, misinterpretations, and errors, and that led to, this religion. But it's not the only religion that's like that. Is that whoever's in it, they have a positionality in their mind, and then they think that their way is the only way, right? And then it spreads in such ways that maybe aren't the best, right? But there is truth in it, right? So when I think of Allah, if you understand God correctly, there's only one true definition of God. People will say, oh, demigods and this God is right and that God is right. So that's why the ultimate reality, the source of absolutely everything in existence. So whatever word you use for that, if it's pointing to that, then the other words can point to that too. So to me, Allah is pointing to Krishna, just like God the Father is Krishna. So everything is Krishna is everything for me, but I can also accept that other people have a different word they use. So anyways,
nice.
So eventually on this channel, we may dive into the other religions, which is why we want to have a more advanced spiritual audience that can, help us with new commentators coming in, and then we can, get to the core and the truth of any other religion we cover.
Yeah.
Which is coming
in the future.
Yeah. All spiritual truth is authentic, is coming from enlightened beings. And enlightened beings are one in reality.
Yeah. Okay, it's another fun question. Do you guys play an instrument? Also, what's your ages? I'm 33.
I just turned 44.
Oh, nice numbers. Yeah, 33, 44. And instrument, I did learn when I was young, like never anything professional. My sister was doing that. But I did play a little bit the flute, like in school. Didn't we do the flute? Like in school, I think.
It's called the recorder in Canada. But yeah, it is like a flute sort of thing.
Yeah, and then like piano and a little bit guitar, but never like anything, professional in any way. So no, never really had that drawn to that. Yeah. If you want more questions like that, I'm actually super surprised that these are all spiritual questions. I thought, ask us anything. I thought people want to get to know us, but no, they want to talk about spirituality.
That's amazing. I'm absolutely loving it. I love having a spiritual audience.
It's like,
right?
Whoa, okay.
Spiritual friends. You are our Sangha.
Yeah. Do you think Hinduism is a mess of gods? Aww.
I think it's a beautiful mess.
Yes.
I think it's amazing. I think that it's the most profound truth that God can manifest in whatever ways he wants, right? And of course, he can have other beings that are representative of his sons, like, Shiva and Parvati, and then you have Ganesh and the other son, I forget his name. But the source, it's all one. Right? Just like all of existence is one. It's one source manifesting as everything. So of course there can be different forms, different representations, right? So
yeah. Matthias just said we're 5 minutes behind the live chat. I don't know how this works. Like, why are we so delayed?
Oh, I don't know, just lagging.
Yeah, but it's always like that. It's really strange. I'm gonna can you write that down for me to research?
So the live chat shows up, and then
we
see it
5 minutes later. Yeah.
Huh. Wonder if we should close it and reopen it, maybe.
Oh, you mean the live chat?
Live chat. Let's try it.
I can close this?
Yeah.
Without losing everything?
Yeah.
We'll try.
And then go restore chat. No, that's the same.
Same.
Anyways,
can you make it big again?
Want to pop it out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Technical difficulties, but
bear with us. Okay. Flute.
Spiritual routine, we answered that earlier in the live stream.
Oh, what's this? Do you like Steve Vai? Oh no, I don't know. I literally don't know. Estas Tonne.
Oh,
yes.
the Ketir. Oh. Yeah.
Estas Tonne.
Estas Tonne.
The Song of the Golden Dragon. I never realized that music can actually trigger so much, I don't know, how do you say, almost like devotion or like a deeper, I don't know, it just can help you drop into a deeper level of awareness. Yeah, and that Estas Tonne did. My cousin sent me a link and I listened to it and I thought, yeah, I was in a completely different space. I could feel like the transmission, the love, and his devotion to God was just so apparent. And I think Estas Tonne was so far, it was the first one and maybe also the only one that like woof, had that effect on me. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, I can feel it when I think of it.
You can see his devotion in his songs, the way he's playing. It's like, his guitar playing. It's not even like, he's not doing it mechanically, like mentally. It's just kind of flowing.
Yeah.
It's like he's surrendered.
Yeah. It's like playing Jesus.
First time I see that, I was like, oh, Jesus is reincarnated as a guitar player.
Yeah. It was like that. Like there is no person sitting there playing. It's just, it's flowing out of him, devotion and like God, the divinity is just like, you can just receive it. If you're ready for it, maybe not, but I totally did. Yeah, fun. That was fun to talk about.
Somebody also says Jesus looks like Jesus.
Oh, Estas Tonne, yeah.
Apurv aptitude.
And we watched an interview once with him and such a gentle soul. Yeah. I really love his energy. It's very, it's a special man. Like we're all special.
And then if we want to come to any, don't come in summers.
We were there in summer. Yeah, rain season.
Hot.
Hot and rainy.
Yeah.
That's a sunburn. But therefore, the temple was not busy at all. Like, but Gaia was almost like we had it to ourselves.
Yeah, I remember I was circumambulating. I had my umbrella, and I was like, I was the only one there.
Yeah.
In Bodh Gaya.
And because it was raining, there were a lot of leaves falling on the ground from the holy tree.
Oh yeah. So the Mahabodhi temple, and then I got a lot of leaves from the tree. Of course, I never pulled them from the tree, just the ones that hit the ground.
Yeah, I actually found one the other day. We still have one.
In the books?
I thought I thought we gave them all away, but no, I found one. Okay.
Thoughts on Mahatma Gandhi?
Thoughts? Oh.
So Mahatma Gandhi, I know it's pretty controversial in India. A lot of people, the younger generation, I believe, they're think bad of him and this and that. And that's great. You can think whatever you want. But for me, in my journey, it came to the point that, like nonviolence and then that movement that he did. So in my mind, I'm still holding, an advanced, spiritual being, just doing, what was flowing through him and his intention. It's not like he was strategically, planning something. He was just doing what seemed right in his heart at the time. Right. So I have nothing against Mahatma Gandhi. And then, did some tragedies and some negative things arise, after that? Of course. Negative things are happening all the time in a political, turbulent world with conquering nations and all sorts of stuff. But can we blame all that on one man? No. So, anyways.
I know too little about. Have you ever read the Devi Mahatmyam?
No.
No.
Never even heard of it.
No.
Write it down. Devi Mahatmyan.
Regarding reactions, we'll watch everything at some point, but we don't plan ahead too much. Now we're doing the Bhagavad Gita, so we know. We live in Canada. Let go and rejoice. Let's do that.
Oh, yes.
again and again and again and again. Yeah. What's the best way to request the video reaction? Just in the comment section. Yeah. With the link, preferably.
Yeah.
Please send the link. So yeah, because sometimes we react to videos and then people say, oh, this is not what I meant. It's like, well, this is the title. I put it into YouTube and this is what popped up. So yeah,
so
sorry.
if we don't have the link, then we usually just try to pick, the most popular because we think that's the one, but it's not always the case.
No.
But for you, EF, seeing as you're a channel member, you get priority requests, right?
Yeah.
Even if so, that's
we did already. You did already. We watched a request video of yours. I remember EF.
Yeah. Oh yeah, pretty sure.
I don't remember which exactly, but yeah. So however you requested it, it was the right way.
Oh, physics exam tomorrow.
Oh.
Good luck on your physics exam. Sending you prayers to ace that test.
Yes. Go crush it.
Oh yeah, Swami Vivekananda. Totally want to read more of his work.
Vivekananda.
Someday.
Oh yeah. Well, we don't have. I know we have Yogananda.
I actually have 4 of his books on yoga on my
on Kindle.
Kindle,
Have you found Legends of Hanuman? So last night, I actually got VPN. So we might actually be able to watch it now.
Sweet.
I just got it because because of something, and so now that we have it for a month, we might actually watch it because now we have access to Indian country.
Oh, sweet.
It is legal if you don't have like
I want to watch it.
I went through Ryan George.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah, because Ryan George is our favorite comedian. Is it right?
Oh yeah.
Like,
he's hilarious.
God. So there, like, he has his own channel where he does short videos, but he also has pitch meetings.
Yeah.
And
so funny.
We even watched we watched literally every single pitch meeting he did. He did over 100. We binged them. They were hilarious. So every time a movie comes out, and now Doctor Strange must be coming out next week.
Oh yeah, pitch meetings.
So he watches the movie and then he makes a pitch meeting on them, just by himself. And we watch. We're crazy for Ryan George.
And very, very good humor. It's just funny and a little bit sarcastic, but never hurtful or harmful in any way. He's just really very, very good comedian. Yeah, so,
Canadian comedian. Yeah. So how did we get to that? I forgot, but
the
VPN, and he was
he's got a link to it,
exactly, and I thought I'm gonna support him because I love him. He makes me laugh so much.
So Ram Dass.
Oh,
he was watch
what
more.
With? Oh, cows, yeah. Ram Dass was beautiful.
Yeah, we'll watch.
He really touched my heart.
So much to watch. But Hanuman 2005, of course, we're gonna get to that.
One day. Have you heard of Maharaji?
Maharaji? I'm not sure.
Is that Sadhguru Maharaji? No, maybe. I don't know.
Sadhguru?
Maybe, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought there was many Maharajis.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
But I don't know. Oh, can you go up one a little bit? Bollywood.
Oh, Bollywood movie songs.
Yeah, we're going to stay away from Bollywood movies. There's enough reaction channels that are doing that. We want to stick to spiritual content.
Yeah. I think he just asked, have you ever watched?
Oh yeah, watched. Yeah. We watched The Three Idiots.
Yeah, I literally think it was the only Bollywood movie we watched.
Oh yeah, maybe it was.
I don't even remember.
We loved it. It was a fantastic movie.
The Three Idiots is one of my favorite movies of all time. It was so surprising. It was just one blast after the other.
Yeah, so creative. Yeah, so good.
And stupid, like really, it was good. Yeah.
Hey, Wayne Worthy.
Wayne Worthy. Ooh, look
Welcome,
at you.
World Razor Wayne.
Thank you.
Wow. So if you join as a member, it pops up.
Oh, that's awesome.
During the live stream.
What's your picture? Is that looks like a deity with many arms, 3 heads, or maybe it's like 3 people behind?
Yeah, can you tell us, Wayne, who your I don't even know what that's called. Your logo is? Or the picture? Yeah. It's beautiful.
Oh, Shri, book reviews. I totally forgot about book reviews, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
We're way behind now.
Oh wow.
Because we were supposed to do book reviews of Sadhguru, Shri M.
Totally forgot. Yeah.
Let's put that back on the list. Whew.
Yeah.
We are busy.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, yeah, I can't do them on my own. I just don't have the intellect to do that. That's why Roger has to do it. Yeah. Whoopsie.
Oh yeah, if you want to read Hindu scriptures, it'll take more than a lifetime. Absolutely right. But how many lifetimes have I been reading Hindu scriptures, right? That's a good excuse I always use. Like in Buddhism, it's really, they say that it takes 3 countless great eons to attain enlightenment. And I always say, well, how many lifetimes have you already been on the path? Because one of my teachers, David Hawkins, he said that just to be on the spiritual path and to be interested in topics such as enlightenment means that you've already been on the path, for many lifetimes, right? Yeah. So we have to keep that in mind as spiritual seekers, as world raisers, as we seek to raise our level of consciousness. It's more of a remembering, right? We're like remembering, our spiritual attainments, because technically we're all Buddhas, right? The Buddha mind is always there, the enlightened consciousness, right? It's the very essence. It's the Turiya, it's the fourth, right? It's the very source of our existence. Yeah. And that's who we are.
Exactly. So thank you so much, Apurv Ape Chowdhury. I hope I pronounced that correctly, kind of. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
How do you stay motivated and be better in life?
Well, just spirituality. For me, it's like, what do you do, right? So once you understand kind of what we are and how we exist and that we're spiritual beings, then you have a duty, you have an obligation to that, right? So it's like Spider-Man, right? With great power comes great responsibility. With great wisdom, even just a little bit of wisdom. So I'm so grateful for the little bit of wisdom that I've, got in this lifetime. That, okay, so then what can I do? So then we need to be that in the world, right? And that's where the motivation comes from. It comes from, Dharma, right? The duty, right? So I'm devoted to, Krishna. So I have to be appropriate. I have to be that in the world. Right? Yeah. So it's like you're a representation. You're representing spirituality, right? Because there's some circles that they have a negative view of spiritual people. Because some spiritual people, they stay poor, they renounce everything, and and this and that, and they're sick all the time, and they miss work because the world is an illusion, and they don't care, and blah blah blah. But that doesn't do anything beneficial for spirituality. Like, you got to be an example. You got to show. You got to lead by example, and you just got to be that in the world.
Yeah. I think it kind of boils down to faith. Like, how much faith do you have in the teachings and in your potential? How much do you really believe, an epic life is possible, an epic life for yourself, and then for everyone around you and the whole world. And yeah, I mean, when I came across my first teachings, it was just like, homecoming, and my intention, to attain liberation in this lifetime was never not there. Even when I got depressed at times, and yeah, it happened even last year, I got a little bit depressed, and like really not motivated, and just on the couch all day, and just, staring out the window, and just, hopeless in a way. But like, these are phases, and then, you have different phases again, because afterwards it was actually, I had a low, I had a high, then I had a low, and then it was the first time that I actually, got in touch with that awareness, where awareness all of a sudden was accessible to me. So you never know. And it's like, when you're depressed, it's okay, right? It will not last forever. Like sometimes we are not motivated, and then that's okay. But when we're motivated, we should really go for it. And it's like, whoa, I'm motivated. You set your intentions, you purify, you do maybe extra things that you usually wouldn't do, and then that will eventually, become more and more and more. And it's like, you're down, but then you go up, and then the next down will not be as low as the first down, and then you will always gradually, up and up and up and up. So
not to say there could be some real tragedy that happens and you go down, really low, but you got to have faith, right? Like you said, it's, we're on an upward journey, especially as spiritual seekers. Hold the intention in mind to, to realize spiritual truth, right? God or enlightenment or whatever path or journey is best suited for you, and then trust. You have to have faith that it'll transpire, right?
Yeah, and it will. It cannot not. So yeah, my motivation is I want to live an epic life. Like I know it's possible. I'm an infinite being. It's like Buddha nature. It's like it's my potential. The Buddha sitting there, it's my potential. It's like, yeah, wow. It's like no matter how unmotivated I am, sometimes it's just like I know eventually that is my destiny. The pictures of Devi.
Oh yeah, Devi, Shakti, nice.
Thank you, Svarnenjus. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And Matthias, he's rocking it, sending us hearts.
Wow, thanks, Matthias.
Have to go, Benedetta. Thank you for joining.
Bye, Benedetta.
Thank you. Love you. Grazie.
Religion is not equal to Dharma. I do agree.
Can you explain Dharma?
Sure. So Dharma, Dharma has got different definitions. So Buddha Dharma is the teachings, right? But I equate them as being very similar. So Hindu Dharma is, the practice of the teachings in a sense, right? So enough to do your duty. And some people will say, well, it's not the same as duty, but you got to think of, what is it? Okay, so where are you and what are you identified as? And that's why the different, varnas, I believe the word is like, what is your role in society? And then you need to act that. So that's what I was talking about earlier about just being spiritual. By being spiritual, you got to act spiritual. So that's Dharma. It's like you understand the teachings enough to behave correctly in the sense of in line with, the highest reality to whatever, capacity you're at. So your level of consciousness. So the modes of material nature, you got to be that. So you aspire to be better and more spiritually advanced, which boils down to being more kind, caring, compassionate, and considerate, but at the same time, knowing when to step in with, the masculine energy of, ferocity and, anger when it's appropriate, and standing up for, the rights of others and doing what's necessary, right? But in this day and age, we're limited with the capacity of what we can actually do. So you need to find something like an outlet. So for us, it was very much, this YouTube channel. It's like, what can we do? We need to do something. We need to act because we can't not perform actions. And we can either so we're being spiritual anyways, might as well do it with everybody.
Yeah. And actually something else crossed my mind regarding the motivation. How do you stay motivated? Of course, when you're not motivated, you can actually surrender to it. It's like, okay, this week I'm not motivated, and it's fine. It happens to me like once a month. I'm a woman, so I have my days where I'm cranky and just don't want to do anything. So in these days, like especially last month, I just surrendered. I just like, okay, I know that this is just going to last a few days. So in these few days, I'm not going to do anything. Also, not many meaningful things. But that is the best thing you can do in that moment. And if you need motivation, what we do is like, we listen to talks, read books and things, if we really feel like ready for the motivation. But other than that, just chill if you're not motivated. for a little bit. If it's getting too long, then yeah, kick yourself in the ass. But if it's just a couple days, it's like, yeah, just chill.
Yeah, we need those down times.
Yeah.
Sometimes the body and the mind, they just need to recuperate, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so depression.
And it's fine.
Yeah, there's a reason when depression happens, right? So you can go into it and really, reflect and just let the body heal and rest, and even the mind. It's just whatever comes up.
It's fine.
Allow it. Right?
It's fine.
And then it exhausts itself, right?
Exactly. Stay with your intention, and it's fine. It doesn't matter. You're depressed for a few days, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, but it will not last forever. It can't. Everything is always changing. And in those 2 weeks, there will be moments, like you will not be only depressed for 2 weeks. There will be moments where you have a little bit more clear mind, and then you just be gentle. It's like, okay, I'm going to get out of this. I'm going to get out of this. And then, you will. So good luck. And it really helped me. That's great. A poor ape chowdery. I'm trying to learn the names.
The names, yeah. So have you heard about the ancient Indian atheist religions or philosophies, I'm guessing? Such as Ajivikism and Charvaka philosophy.
Not me.
So I've heard of them, but just not the names, right? So of course I'm aware that there's atheist branches within Hinduism. That's totally fine, because I even see that as valid, right? So when you think about Shiva, for example, that which is not, it's like, for me, I hold in mind like an infinite field of consciousness, right? And then, so the energy beyond that, is manifesting as all things within reality. So it doesn't need to be a God. We don't need to call it God or a creator being. It's just the source of absolutely everything. And it can be totally impersonal, right? So, yeah. So it's valid. Everything is valid.
What's your favorite devotional song? Shokwe? That's a super cool name. Shoko. I like that. What's your favorite devotional song?
Probably maybe the Gayatri mantra.
Gayatri mantra. Oh yeah, totally.
Om Bhurva Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam. I'm a horrible singer.
He's a horrible singer, but he can the lyric. He knows the lyrics.
Yeah, just the meaning.
The intention.
The meaning of that song. So of course I listen to it. I don't sing it. I'll sing along in my head.
I sing along if I know mine. My favorite devotional song, Shiva Tanda.
Oh yeah.
Totra.
Yeah, she's
I'm learning it.
Learning it right now. Yeah. Of course, Om Namah Shivaya by Krishna Das. Yeah, I've listened to that many times.
Oh, so you know it. Oh, okay.
That's the one you know it too. I showed it to you once.
I know. I thought I know the tune.
She forgets.
Yesterday I listened to it a little, and I thought, I know this tune. Yeah. So I must have in the past. Yeah. Yeah. It's there's so many amazing devotional songs out there. Like wow.
Somebody says my lyrics is top notch.
Oh,
thank you. Getting better.
There's also the Moon Mantra. Isn't that our song? Like one of our.
There's the Moon Mantra and then there's the Mula Mantra.
Yeah, which one is ours?
The Mula Mantra is a Sikh mantra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's
Because
Ekon Kar.
That's the one. Yeah, when we met, Roger showed me that song, and it's like,
beautiful.
whoa, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And so that always reminds me of our beginnings. Yeah, that's. Do you know
the?
Anyways, yeah, we should listen to it again. It's on our playlist.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's beautiful.
It's very devotional. Yeah.
Feeling hungry yet? Not so much. We eat late, like every day. I don't know, between 10 or 12 we have breakfast. Yeah. So it's still 9:30 almost here only. Shiva Tanda Stotra. Yeah, it is. There are many different versions out there. I didn't even know, but yeah, love it. There was another. I thought I saw. Oh, how to realize, Uttan. Have you experienced realization? If so, then how?
Well, that's just part of the spiritual journey, right? So realizations, everybody thinks that it's something just so amazing and miraculous. And yes, of course, eventually there will be a profound realization, or even very high realizations that are kind of beyond the intellect and the conceptual mind. But we got to embrace the fact that there's going to be little mini realizations all the time on the journey, just intellectual realizations, and they're very valid. So in Buddhism, Tibetan Buddhism, they're called, non-conceptual realization, which is very necessary, because the non-conceptual ones are going to come, prior, or the conceptual realizations come prior to the non-conceptual realizations. So it's very much the intellect, transforming in a way as the teachings come in, and as devotion, floods, and as everything sort of, dawns on the mind, and then the mind becomes more stable and calm, in the sense of just more aware and mindful. And that's a realization even before enlightenment, right? So we got to embrace that. Even just reading a book like I Am That, for example, or the Bhagavad Gita, and be like a profound phrase, and be like, whoa, right? It's just some sort of mind-blowing experience. It doesn't transform you, but just that understanding is a realization, right? So
so different definitions of realizations. For me personally, my intellect is not so how do you say, not so present, not like Roger's. But so for me, it's more like I did intellectually understand a lot, but then September, realizations just they all of a sudden had a different flavor. And before, I would say I had insights. I don't know why I make this distinction between insights and realizations. Before, it was like little insights. You read something, get it. Yeah, get it. Yep, makes sense. And it's like a piece of a puzzle, and you just put the pieces together, and it's like, whoa, it's like, whoa, okay, so this is how the world is. Like, this is how everything is in here we are again.
Words.
So this is how everything works. But then after, in September, and still now, even this week, I had two profound experiences and realizations. But maybe realizations will also last, like the definition. It's like something you can never turn back. Like there's some things that you experience that when you experience that, like there is no going back. Like there is never a going back for me now. That like it will never be possible for me now in this lifetime. It's just not possible to believe that I'm this ego thinking being, that I'm my thoughts, that I am my feelings. It's like it's not possible. Once you experienced, awareness and whatever other states I experienced, I don't even know, because I don't know, I'm not so familiar with them, with these experiences. But they're like, it's undeniable. Like I'm not this thing, I'm not these thoughts, I'm not this body, I'm not what I perceive. It's just not, and yet I'm everything that I perceive. Like, So I will never get, like, it's not possible to ever think again of me as a small, little, tiny being.
Yeah, so there's a shift, right?
So something happened,
It's so beautiful.
I get excited talking about that, because it's like, oh, it's so juicy. It's like, this is our potential. It's like, oh, it's there. And it's it's graspable, and it's realizable. That's the word. It's like, oh, and it makes life so much easier and lighter and happier, and for everybody around too. So I can't wait. It's like it will be expanding more and more and more, and you guys hopefully too. Hopefully, just may you have all the realizations possible in this lifetime, and then life becomes lighter. Everything becomes lighter and more joyful, and it's like, oh, it's like a release. It's like a relaxation happening, and more relaxation. It's not you get super excited. It's like, woof, everything just settles, and it's like, whoa. And then you start laughing because everything is so perfect. Okay, anyways. Arvin, thank you. Arvin and I had a rough beginning. His first comment, we had a bit of a debate going on. But I read all other comments, very kind, and I'm really glad you stuck with us. And I wasn't sure. I thought, this person arrived at our channel, but that's it.
So not all commentators, stick with us. Right?
No.
Sometimes people don't like us at all, right? Yeah. And that happens. So it is what it is.
But you are still here. It's so beautiful, because I thought we got off the wrong foot.
Yeah. But luckily, you didn't trigger him too badly.
And he didn't trigger me too badly. Yeah. No, much love. And
it's beautiful.
Thank you for your support.
Work stuff out.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting to 1.5 hours. It's sad because I'm just. Now I have all this energy talking about realization. Yeah. It's just like,
And then getting out of the stinky little pond.
Yes. Oh yeah. Diving in sometimes and then getting out again. And it's never, it's always getting less deep. Do you remember Radha while remembering Lord Krishna? I don't know.
No, to me, so I came across Lord Krishna's teachings, from the Gita the first time. So it was very much, separated from Radha. I didn't even know about Radha until, much, much later. But of course, I embraced the divine feminine in all aspects, like, Shiva, Shakti, right? So there's the feminine nature in everything, right? So, so very much, embracing the divine masculine and feminine now. But for me, Krishna is everything.
Hey, there's a Christian question. Do Protestant Christians who don't find substance in it try Catholicism before exploring Eastern religions? Just curious.
Yeah, honestly, I know more about Buddhism and Hinduism than I know about Christianity.
Yeah, so I don't know anything.
So the only thing I really know about Christianity, and of course it's fascinating because I was raised as a Catholic, right? But still, just being raised as that and going to church every day, you don't actually really learn much about spirituality or anything until you become a seeker, right? So it wasn't until you learn Buddhism and Hinduism that I could actually understand what Jesus was talking about, right? So the only important verses in the Bible for me are what Jesus actually said. And of course, there might be some misinterpretations and mistranslations in there, but you get the gist of it, right? Love God, surrender unto God, love one another, right? So there's really not that much really, really meaningful content in the Bible. It's like, what did the enlightened being that was Jesus, what did he actually teach? So that's all that's really important to me. Protestant and Catholicism, I don't even really know the difference. So that's not a very good question for me because I just don't know. But being a seeker, right, that'll happen in any religion. There will be even like people in Islam who all of a sudden realize, like I have a really good friend who his family is Muslim, right? But he became a spiritual seeker and now he's diving right into Hinduism with us, right?
Sorry, I was not laughing about that. Yeah.
So then he loves the Bhagavad Gita. And he agrees with me that it's not until you're on the spiritual journey that you're ripe for truth, because he had the same experience. I was Catholic, he was Muslim, and now we're both studying Hinduism together. And now we're getting somewhere, right? So in Western countries, yes. Yeah. Whatever religion, you're going to be a spiritual seeker or not. Just because you're religious doesn't mean that you're spiritual.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow is Buddha Purnima. Is Buddha's birth, death, and parinirvana?
Parinirvana? I think that's,
so. Probably it's like, it's so busy. I can't keep up with the holy days anymore. But thank you. I will look into it and then prepare a post for tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you. I was like, sometimes it's really hard. Do we get up early in the morning? No, when Roger has to work, we get up at 5. But other than that, we just get up whenever we want.
Yeah, when I'm not working, I need to get as much sleep as possible. I'm actually going back to bed after this, just to get a little.
Oh
bit
yeah,
of
Roger
rest.
goes to sleep now. Yeah, I have my community Zoom call.
Gonna get a bit of rest, and then we're gonna
record chapter 3. We do today. Have you ever encountered ghosts in your life? No.
Maybe.
What?
Yeah, did I tell you about, we lived in, for a time, we lived on an acreage, and it was right across the street from a cemetery, and there was an old abandoned church, like right behind the house. And there was a few situations that could be paranormal. Like one time I was like buttering peanut butter on toast at the table, and then I got it, and then like the kitchen was fine, all the cupboards were closed, but then I was at the table, and then when I turned around, every single cupboard was open.
What?
Yeah. That happened. Yeah. But I don't know if I was just delusional, or I was a kid, or my sisters were playing a prank on me. But anyways, it's funny, fascinating.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe.
Cool. Well, thanks for the question. I had no idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't think of anything right now. Probably no ghost things. No. Sometimes I had intuitions and saw things that then actually happened. Really creepy. So I actually got scared of that ability when I was younger, and then I wished to not have it anymore. And then I think it kind of stopped. Yeah. No ghost story. I have to sleep alone at home. Yeah, I know, Tom. I just thought the same. It's like I don't want to hear anything.
Yeah, no, it wasn't scary. I think so. Me and my sisters had a joke that we had ghosts in the house, but they were just friendly.
Oh, playful. That's nice.
Playful ghosts. They
exactly.
Were just like, hey,
why negative ghosts?
Yeah.
Why do we think they should be negative?
Yeah, these ones were,
Oh, like Casper.
Yeah.
Oh, like Casper.
Just friendly, saying, hey, sharing this house with you.
I spare. One day a ghost came to me and I scared the ghost.
Yeah, see? That's like the old saying is that we think that we're more afraid of animals than they are of us, but that's not true. They're just as afraid, right?
Yeah.
With ghosts as well, maybe.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Anyways, shall we stop this live stream here?
I think we should,
I'm really surprised that we got so many spirits. It was like 90% spiritual. Mm-hmm. Which is great. I didn't expect that.
Spiritual talk.
Wow. Yeah. But maybe you know us better now. Either way, we thank you so much for 40,000 amazing subscribers.
40,000 subscribers.
Rising.
And we got one new member on the stream, so thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
And thank you all for being here.
Yeah. You would want to say a prayer?
Somebody suggested a meditation. Should we do it?
Oh yeah, just
so Sabina will lead us.
No, Roger will lead us.
Well, we don't really need much. Let's just take a moment. Let's close our eyes and let's be silent. Let's maybe stop the chat for a second and just be present and aware of our connection, aware of our energy flowing out into the world, our compassion. Let's be receptive, set our intentions. We hope that all of you join us for our Bhagavad Gita study, and may the divine blessings of Sri Krishna flow into each one of us and then spread through us into the whole world as we send our love and our light to each other and to all sentient beings. And may all beings on the path, whichever path, in whatever way is suitable for them, even within religion or without, may we all rise up to our true nature, our true potential.
Yeah, and maybe now that we're in this container, we can maybe we have some people who never had the experience of being aware, but maybe you can try there are these thoughts, but maybe, who's the one, being aware of those thoughts and just going beyond the thinking. And just ask yourself, it's like, or I don't know, there are many, many ways, but, try not to be aware right now. Like, try not to be present right now. And that works for me very well to access a more subtle level. And then it's almost like a woof, a zooming out, and it's just like a Rupert Spira says, like a falling back into awareness. And then we can try to keep that state alive when we go about our day, instead of jumping right back into our thoughts and just come from that programming. No, just come from the space of awareness, which has like more of a observant quality. And then we can radiate, just maybe one more time all together. Radiate some light. Just imagine your whole body is filling up with light, every cell of your body, everything. You're basically made out of light then. And out of every pore of your body is radiating light into all directions, all covering your whole country, and then beyond, and embracing the whole world. The whole world is lit up by your light. And every time your light touches another human being, whatever that being was doing at that very moment is being stopped, and the person realizes their true nature, their oneness with God, and just starts laughing and smiling and being so free and joyful. And people put down their weapons. People stop arguing and just relax and fall back. It's like, wow, what is this? Freedom from all the suffering and thinking. And they then themselves radiate light. They themselves become these light beings and just expand and radiate. And then the whole world is radiating, and everybody is free and in ecstasy and joy, in Brahmic bliss. And we even outshine the sun. We shine, the earth is brighter than the sun now. And we radiate it into the universe and throughout the multiverses.
Beautiful.
That was very special. Oh, I want to do that more often.
Yeah.
Doing that with many people, it's very beautiful.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us and being part of this special live stream, 40,000 subscribers, and joining us for this beautiful meditation. Thank you so much, Sabina. That was wonderful. You're doing meditations from now on.
Yeah, right.
Thank you so much to all of our viewers and subscribers and members and all of you. We love you so much. And there would be no world raising without our world raisers, right?
Yeah.
So
we count on you. We count on your faith in the teachings and your love and devotion to your potential.
Yeah. We raise our levels of consciousness. radiate that out, we raise the world. So thank you so much for being a part of this intention.
Yeah.
We love you.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
Peace.
Peace. I think they're still 5 minutes behind. Shall we wait 1 second so they can say goodbye?
Okay.
Maybe. Oh no, I actually have to go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sweet dreams to the people in India. And good day to the Westerners.
To everybody else. Later, skaters.
Later, skaters. Love you. Hare Krishna.